Good evening, you're watching KiniNews and I'm your host Prasad. The death penalty will remain a part of our justice system. However, the government has agreed to give judges an option to sentence other punishments for offences punishable with death. So in short, the mandatory part of the death penalty will be abolished.
The government has agreed to abolish the mandatory death penalty. This was revealed by Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar, in a statement today. He said Putrajaya decided to substitute the mandatory provision with other types of punishment that would be decided by the court. The decision was reached after Wan Junaidi presented to the Cabinet on Wednesday a report titled Study on Substitute Punishments to Mandatory Death Penalty. He said the Cabinet has agreed that a further study should be carried out on the proposal to have substitute punishment for 11 offences, which carry the mandatory death penalty. There are 32 sections in 8 federal laws that provide for the death sentence for those convicted of the crimes they have been charged with. Mandatory death penalty means the judge can only sentence the accused to death upon conviction, except if the accused has a mental disorder. Currently, there are 11 offences under the Penal Code and 1 under the Dangerous Drugs Act that carries the mandatory death sentence. They include crimes such as murder with intent to kill, drug trafficking, and possession of firearms. For the remaining crimes, the punishment is at the judge's discretion.
It looks like only BN is ready for an election at this point, with everyone else still figuring out who their allies in G15 would be.
Warisan believes the AP was insincere when it made the call to work together to face the 15th general election. Warisan Information Chief Awang Ahmad Sahari said they are amused that the AP has resorted to playing with semantics as a form of defense. He said the AP has already laid down conditions by stating it would defend the 3 parliamentary seats it won in Sabah. Yesterday, Lok was reported as saying a collaboration with Warisan for the GE15 seemed unlikely due to the cold reception from the party. Lok also denied that he was arrogant in stating that DAP wanted to defend its Sabah parliamentary seats in GE15, namely Kota Kinabalu, Tenom and Sandakan. Meanwhile, Awang Ahmad called out Luyang Assembly person Fung Jinzi for accusing Warisan President Muhammad Shafi Abdal of being a hypocrite for rejecting the olive branch from Pakatan Harapan. He said there are several instances of DAP's hypocrisy that needed to be highlighted. He explained that one of the most glaring is their refusal to implement Sabah's 40% revenue share formula when DAP National Chairperson Lim Guan Eng was Finance Minister. Awang Ahmad said there were other examples of DAP's failure to honour its promises to the people, not just in Sabah, but in the whole country.
We sat down with infamous former Selangor MB Khair Thoyo recently, where he explained why Zahid Hamidi is a good leader. You don't want to miss this.
Former Selangor Menteri Besar Dr. Muhammad Khair Thoyo views UMNO President Ahmad Zahid Hamidi as a successful leader, because he had managed to lift the party out of the gutter after it lost the 14th general election. In an interview with Malaysia Kini, he said UMNO is now sought after following its performance in recent state elections. Although Zahid is currently embroiled in various controversial cases in court, Khair still views Zahid as a president who has a direction for the party.
PRN di Melaka, semua kata kita takkan dapat two-term. But Alhamdulillah we get two-term. Di Johor benda yang sama juga. Tanpa PAS takkan dapat two-term. Kita menang two-term. Jadi sebagai Presiden Parti, Datuk Seri Zahid, saya rasa dia berjaya. Sebabnya, parti politik, dia punya hala tuju nak menang pilihan raya. Jadi apa kegagalan Datuk Seri Zahid hari ini? Daripada UMNO dalam longkang, hari ini UMNO jadi rebutan.
Meanwhile, he revealed that he has always wanted to return to his home constituency of Sungai Besar. He said this in response to Sungai Besar UMNO Division Chief Jamal Muhammad Yunus's rebuke on June 5th that Khair should go back instead of making a comeback. Now, Khair said the priority is to win back the Sungai Besar seat for BN. The seat is currently held by Bersatu's Muslimin Yaya, who narrowly defeated BN's candidate in 2018.
Is opposition leader Anwar Ibrahim's party ready to face GE15? Well, it's hard to tell as it struggles with its own party election.
PKR will postpone the party's National Congress that was scheduled to take place at the end of this month to July. A PKR insider told Malaysia Kini that the decision was made by PKR central leadership in a meeting yesterday. This is to allow a forensic audit exercise to be carried out on its recently concluded election, which had received many objections. It was claimed that the new date for the Congress would be from July 15th to July 17th. Malaysia Kini has contacted PKR Secretary General Saifuddin Nasution Ismail for comment. For the record, among those who had been pushing for a forensic audit on the party election is Farhash Wafa Salvador Mubarak. He had asked the party not to have its National Congress until the audit exercise was concluded. According to unofficial vote counts, Farhash lost to Selangor Menteri Besar Amiruddin Shari in his run for the Gombak PKR Division Chief post. This would be the third time that this year's PKR National Congress has been postponed. Meanwhile, the source also said that the PKR has decided to announce the party's election results on June 21st.
PAS has been accused of being power-hungry by an UMNO leader. However, party president Hadi Awang doesn't think it's them that's power-crazy.
Those seeking to expedite the general election are power-crazy, according to PAS. Party President Abdul Hadi Awang said he has repeatedly stated that other matters are more important, such as the threat posed by COVID-19.
Oh, biasanya nak cepat ni bila kuasa ni. Orang yang tak tangguh-tangguh ni tak gila. Fikir panjang. Saya dah sebut kita fikir tentang rakyat. Rakyat menghadapi masalah-masalah yang banyak. COVID masih belum diisahkan bebas lagi. Masuklah hal-hal yang lain. Pilihan raya yang diadakan itu pun kerana dia paksa nak buat cepat. Bukan kita. Kita masuk secara cepat. Okay.
Hadi said in response to Johor UMNO Deputy Chief Nur Jaslan Mohammed, who accused PAS of being power crazy. Nur Jaslan said that several PAS figures with government positions are unwilling to let go and therefore were not keen on a fresh election. Refuting this, Hadi added that PAS had long gotten used to being out of power and that only those who are hungry to get back in power are truly power crazy. Yesterday, UMNO President Ahmad Zahid Hamidi again reiterated his position that an election should be held soon.
PAS does not want early elections. You know what else PAS does not want? Muslims attending the Bon Odori festival.
PAS's ulama wing has urged Muslims not to attend Bon Odori events in the country. This comes a day after the Selangor ruler decreed that the state Islamic authorities must not obstruct the event. In a statement, wing leader Ahmad Yahya said although some view Bon Odori as strictly a Japanese cultural event, it does not discount views that the event contains elements of Buddhist rituals. He added that the PAS Ulama wing also recommended that the Kelantan government delist Bon Odori as a cultural event for the Kelantan Japan Cultural Festival 2022. The Kelantan Japan Cultural Festival 2022 took place on June 4th. It was officiated by Deputy Menteri Besar Muhammad Amar Abdullah, who is also the PAS Vice President. The PAS Ulama wing also urged religious bodies in the country to conduct further discussions on the types of festivals which may involve non-Islamic religions. Yesterday, Selangor Sultan Sharafuddin Idris Shah asked Idris to attend the Bon Odori event in Shah Alam next week. This is after the Sultan disagreed with the minister's view that the event was religious in nature.
Zuraida Kamaruddin may be known for jumping from one party to another, but when it comes to her ministerial post, she wants to stay put.
Plantation Industries and Commodities Minister Zuraida Kamaruddin is keen to complete her term until the next general election. Speaking to the Star, she said she wants to serve the country and the Rakyat by finishing her term. Zuraida reiterated that Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob has the prerogative to decide if she stays on in her post. The PBN President-designate was asked by the media if she wanted to stay in the cabinet. Meanwhile, PBN President Larry Sung, who was also at yesterday's press conference, said the party wishes Zuraida to remain in the cabinet. Zuraida, after announcing her departure from Bersatu on May 26, said she would discuss her resignation with Ismail Sabri soon. Both Ismail Sabri and Zuraida have yet to meet up.
Next, we have a branded capsule brought to you by PCOM.
Commonly referred to as the Olympics of the world's information technology industry, the World Congress on Information Technology, WCIT 2022 Malaysia, is set to take place on September 13 to 15 in Penang.
Opportunity for business networking, okay, trendsetters, the think tank of the world, the educators, the government sectors coming together, congregate in a city, spend 3 days to talk about what are the trends, particularly after pandemic, and what we're looking forward to. Okay, digital transformation is very important, but how? What are the new areas of technology? We keep on talking about ICT, but the world now transformed beyond ICT. They're talking about food tech, health tech, okay, build tech, space tech. Okay, all this new technology that transformed the world during this pandemic. Again, this will be the perfect opportunity for all these people come together to congregate, to understand, to actually trend setting what is coming to the forward in the next few years.
Recently, WCIT's organizer, PCOM, has held a MOU signing ceremony with Malaysia Kini and Digital News Asia. All parties are set to work hand in hand towards promoting the largest tech event with a target of over 4,000 delegates from 80 countries.
Because WCIT is going to be the pinnacle event for 2022 in Malaysia and also in this region. If you are in tech, you should not miss WCIT. Meet world-class speakers, meet partners, make more business and grow your business together.
For more information, kindly log on to wcit2022.com.
And that is all for me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Prasad. Thank you for watching.